Just before we get into this episode, things that we talk about in this episode, people are currently and have gone through. If there is anything that upsets you, please click off. As this is uncut, there might be some swear words. If you or anyone you know is going through any of the issues talked about in this video, please seek help. There are links in the description where help can be found. Otherwise, enjoy. Dish and Dosh, the series where we talk and play games. Today I'm joined by Rash. Last episode we had Sabu on. This is the part 2 of the owner of the insists type of thing. Now, Rash, do you know what we're doing today?
Yeah, we're talking about Linda.
Talking about Linda. No context there. We're not going to give any context to that one. Talking about Linda. We're talking about other things as well, not just Linda, but we'll get onto the Linda subject right away. Now, the way this is going to work, I'll explain it, is you're going to pick a number between 1 and 9. Each number is going to correspond to a mutated game mode. We will then play a best of 3 of that game mode.
Okay.
Now, each episode is just us talking, but the whole idea of the series is to see how many I can win and how many I can lose, basically.
That voice break. You're keeping that in.
I mean, I don't do second takes, so yeah, I'm not so starting that takes long, you know. Well, I've been talking all day.
That's a great start. That's a
brilliant start. We'd love to see it. We hate to see it, really. But yes, so that's basically it. We've both got some topics that we will be discussing throughout each game mode. Now, Rash, do you want to pick a number between 1 and 9?
Yeah, I'll go with 7.
Actually, wait. Okay, good. Woo! I thought you picked the same as Sabo then. I'm not gonna say what he picked, but so the game mode you've chosen, okay, by luck, is midget football.
No.
Right. Well, let's just jump into it.
Yeah.
Did you want to pick the first topic to talk about? I'll let you pick the first.
Yeah.
Topic.
So the first topic I was going to talk about with you was how lockdowns affected you.
That's one of the things I had written down. You know?
Yeah, so we can both talk about it.
Wow. Why is it taking ages to load?
Black screen.
Oh,
this is Rocket League.
Okay, so the first topic you said was how lockdown affected me. I'll go indecent, you go OMT.
Okay.
Lockdown, it didn't really affect me that much. It affected me in the sense that I couldn't... Oh my god.
You can't jump.
You can't jump.
No, this is gonna be so annoying. Get out my way. Bruh. You can't even bounce the ball up that far.
Oh.
Bruh, this is actually shite.
No, go away.
Wow!
Go away. No swearing. No swearing. I went over you.
What? Get out my life.
Oh, I thought I could fake you.
What the I can't. I can't.
Oh. Try the wrong way. Don't even try, Eric.
What the hell, bro? I can't even drive on the wall. That's gonna be a goal as well. I don't like
Yes!
this game mode.
I'm sick of this game.
I get back on topic.
So this is the thing, like this. As soon as we get too into the game, the topic just goes out the window. Happened with Sammy. But yeah, it didn't really affect me. Like, I mean, I couldn't see my friends. Yeah, I could, but that's another goal.
Are you serious? You're actually sweat at this.
But it didn't really affect me like that because I mean I moved in with my girlfriend and we kind of saw too much of each other, so I moved out. We were still together, but that was really the only thing how it affected me. Oh no.
You know, get out my life. Move away from me. What is this? I can't. Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely played this.
I actually know I hands down haven't played any of these game modes. The only one I've played is Boomer and Ping Pong.
Yeah, bro. I want Boomer so bad. I will slap you at that.
Maybe if I have you back on the series. Oh, I found the meta.
I haven't. I can't do this. Bruh, this is actually so disgusting. I'm an aerial player. This is not gonna go well for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I love one.
But yeah, how did it affect you? How did lockdown affect you then?
Lockdown ruined my life.
Did it?
It actually did. Yeah, absolutely destroyed it. So when it happened, I was 17. I'm 19 now. You're a sweat. Yeah, no, I'm 19 now, and don't get me wrong, things are going really well for me now. But at the time, right, I just messed up. Nah, I can't with this game. Oh, please allow it. Go away from me.
Oh, I can't even. You can't even half it. Like,
Okay. So lockdown ruined my life in a way because, well, there's a lot of stuff that went on. Like, a lot of stuff that was going on at that time. It wasn't just the lockdown stuff that was there. It was all the stuff. Like, obviously, you know, I live on my own now, don't you? You know what I mean? And all the stuff with social services and the care system and all that stuff and everything that happened. Because I should have had a care leaver by the age of 16, and I didn't get one till like 8 months till my 18th birthday. And basically, right, with all the lockdown stuff happening, I had to deal with the stress of where the hell am I going to live when I turn 18? Do you know what I mean? I had to deal with all that stress, like where am I going? And don't get me wrong, right, my carers looked after me for a long time those years, right? But like, the way they let me go was really bad.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was really bad. So I had just turned 18, right, and I stayed there for a few months, and they only did it because, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, right, they wanted to look good to social services that they're keeping a kid that they've had for 10 years. Do you know what I mean? But they were really off with me as soon as I turned 18. Like, suddenly it was just like, oh, you have to pay for everything. Oh, you have to do this. You have to do that. You know what I mean? And I do get it in a way that, you know, if they were trying to make me grow up, but it wasn't for that. It was because they weren't getting as much money for me anymore.
That's the thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Once you turn 18, they stop. Like the government stops giving them money. Sure.
Yeah, that's what happens. So me, obviously, I just got on universal credit. I was giving them £120 a month, and they were also getting £580 off universal credit.
Really?
Now, apparently, that wasn't enough for them to keep me, and they come up with every excuse they could. And obviously, at the time, right, I broke up with my ex. So yeah, a lot of shit happened. A lot of shit. I broke up with my ex, and she was like one of the first girls that I actually stayed with for a bit. Do you know what I mean? And basically, that happened. I was going through some mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Right. Like a really tough part in my life where I was quite suicidal, and just because I couldn't deal with the stress of everything. Do you know what I mean?
Especially, dealing with the stress and then being shoved indoors, not allowed to go out, not allowed to see anyone, like friends or anything.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna win like that. Fuck that shit. Lockdown affected a lot of people in that way.
Yeah.
I bet you're glad now that you're out of lockdown.
Oh, 100%. Because I'm working and I'm doing shit with my life and I'm not gonna lie, right? I've always been a person that gives myself well too much criticism because I feel like I don't work hard enough, even though because hard work has got me to where I am today. Do you know what I mean? Like
100%.
like keeping my head up and being positive is always it's got me to where I am 100%. If I didn't work hard and be positive about everything, I definitely would be in the gutter, because a lot of people wouldn't have that mindset with the stuff that's happened in my life. Do you know what I mean? Um, and I just like, yeah, lockdown fucked me up a lot, and it wasn't just lockdown. You know, luckily I had friends who stopped me from doing anything
Yeah.
stupid, anything stupid. I had really good friends in that way, and I just, I obviously I thank them a lot. Um, but yeah,
It's
it was
good.
just so hard.
It's
It
yeah.
it was so hard because my carers, they kicked me, like, because I didn't say this, but they kicked me out for smoking, right? And obviously I was smoking in my bedroom, um, but they're not allowed in my room because I'm paying rent. They're not allowed in my room when I'm not in the house. Do you get what I'm
Yes,
saying?
100%.
So my carer, we playing a different game mode.
Nope, same game mode.
All right. So my carer then said to me, uh, that I came back from football one time, and she checked my bin and she said, "Oh, we saw that there was a butt in there, so we called 28 days for you to get rid of you." Now I'm not trying to be funny, but if it was her own kid, you really think she would do that?
No.
Do you know what I mean? And she said she treated us like our own and all this rubbish. No, she didn't. That's just it was just obvious from when she did that.
Yeah.
Do you
Hmm.
know what I mean? Um, uh, and all that happened, and then obviously lockdown was still happening. I then moved to my father's,
Yeah.
and I still had problems there. I was obviously recovering from my mental
Hmm.
breakdown, and I was just in a horrible spot. Wasn't motivated, didn't feel like getting out of bed, that sort of thing. Like I was just in this rut. I just didn't want to move out of my bed. Um, so I stayed at my dad's, and I stayed there for about 2 months because his wife has a big problem about him having other kids.
Really?
Yeah, his new wife had a massive problem about him having other kids, and she was very, very jealous that my dad was wanting to look after us and stuff like that. Because obviously she has kids with my dad, and she's thinking, oh, they're not going to get as much money and all this rubbish, or they're going to be spent on more and all this, right? So that's the way she's thinking, like a greedy little, you know. And the thing was, I'd loved her sons like my own brothers anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not one of them that's like, oh, they're my stepbrother, you're not important to me. Nah, that's not how that works. We're both half. Don't get me wrong, he's my half brother, but it doesn't matter. He's still my brother. So I treated them just exactly the same way as I would if it was my little brother. Well, my brother's called Salim, my little brother. But I treated them exactly the same way, and I treated her with respect as well. I'd cook and clean for her. Like, I would literally clean. I would clean for her and say, look, no, you don't have to do that. Because in Asian culture, right, it's the women that have to clean.
Yeah.
The women do the cleaning and the house stuff and all that stuff. It's just normal. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
100%.
In a Muslim culture,
Yeah.
it's what they do. But I've never been like that. I'm like, nah, I'm not that lazy that I get you to clean my plates for me.
Okay,
Nah.
so
You know what I mean?
I guess in your family is Muslim then.
Yeah, my family's Muslim based. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I am definitely not a full-on practicing Muslim, and I wouldn't class myself as a Muslim, but I would definitely class myself religious. I wouldn't say what religion, because it's a mix.
Yeah.
I've I've learned about all the other religions before and all that stuff, and it's just like, yeah, I believe in a God. I don't pray. I don't do any of that, but I believe in a God
Just don't know which
because,
God.
bro, yeah, and I just believe that there is just one God, but I just don't think I have to have a religion to believe in him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's the way I feel. I don't need to be praying and stuff like that. I feel like that's just, if you want to do that, fair enough, but it's just not me. I don't have the time for it either.
Yeah, I mean, I would class myself as Buddhist, but like, I'm not a practicing Buddhist.
Yeah, exactly.
I
There you
just
go.
believe I believe in some of their beliefs, and it's just.
Yeah, and like me, I'm a mix of all of them. I believe some of the Christian faith. I believe some of the Muslim faith. I believe
Yeah.
quite a bit of. I believe all religion makes sense, but it's like I don't get. The only thing I don't like about religion is that, obviously, religion sometimes puts people against each other,
100%.
and
Well, I
it
mean,
shouldn't.
most wars are fought over religion, or have been in the past.
Exactly,
Not now, I
exactly,
would
and
say.
that definitely definitely shouldn't be a
No.
thing, because I feel like if you all believe in God, come on, God would not want you to attack each other because you're not Muslim or you're not Christian. Do you know what I mean? Like, he would not want that. He would say, nah, if you all believe in me in a different way, fair enough. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
As long as you're believing and you're all in it together. But it's not the case.
No.
And it's horrible to see, but it is what it is.
Exactly.
Um. So yeah. Anyway, I went on a tangent about religion then. But my dad basically kicked me out because his wife was getting very, very jealous. She was just horrible, and there was no need for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we didn't do anything to her. We respected her. We did, we treat it like our mum. Well, I did anyway. You know what I mean? We accepted her, and we said, like, yeah, we wanna try with you. Of course we do. Our dad, our dad's happy with you, so why can't we be? Um, and she obviously didn't want that. She wanted my dad to herself, and she wanted the money to herself. So yeah, we got left behind basically. I then moved to my sister's, and my sister is amazing. She's helped me a hell of a ton to get where I am now. Do you know what I mean? Her name's Rabia, and I tell you what, mate, she is the best
Yeah.
person ever. She has helped me so much in my life, and like, I listen to her because I know she's only trying to help me. She's not doing it because she wants something out of me, which is the case with most of my family. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? She's doing it because she wants to help me, and it's that simple. She wants the best for me. She wants me to be successful. She's sort of taken the mother role of our family. Where she's honest with us. She's honest with us. If she thinks we're being dumb, well, she's gonna tell us straight. She doesn't try to feed our ego or anything like that. It's, nah, you're an idiot. You need to stop doing this. You need to get out of bed. You need to do that.
It's always good when you have a mother figure in your life. Like, even if it's not your mum, I think
Yeah,
everyone needs that type of person.
100%. Because, like, I look at it this way. I've never really had a father figure or a mother figure to look up to. I've never really had my mum and dad in my life because they don't give a shite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just don't care. They don't care about us. So, I've never really had any of that. So for my sister to then just go and try to teach us everything she knows and everything she's been through with her experiences, and it really has helped me. It really, really has. So I lived there for a bit, and I developed a really bad habit. A really bad habit. I was smoking a lot. And not just tobacco.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was smoking a lot, and it became a bad thing in my life. It really did, because I ended up getting really hooked on it, smoking it every day, and just staying still, because that's all I could do at the moment. It was lockdown as well, so like I couldn't go out and just go get a job because it wasn't that easy.
Yeah, I
Lockdowns,
think
you know what I
lockdown
mean?
affected the jobs. Like, even with me, I had to go on to universal credit and stuff for a bit. I mean, I was
Mm.
living with my mum still, but I mean, there was so like people weren't hiring because what if someone got ill? They would have to then pay sick pay.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So it was a bit,
So, yeah, I ended up living there. I developed this habit, and then we also have the situation of social service messing up. So my little sister ends up living there. And bear in mind, right? Just bearing this in mind, my sister has had her child taken off her because they think she's not capable to look after them, right? So then what they go and do is, right, whilst I'm living there, me, my sister, and her boyfriend, um, they Shakira, my little sister, and Salim, my little brother, have problems in the in the care system, basically,
yeah,
right? They can't get settled. They're moving all over the place, basically, uh, because of they just don't trust their carers no more. Um, so Shakira ends up coming in with us, and social services allowed this. Now, and my little brother, by the way, 16 and 15, so they're still not old enough to leave care.
no,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And for them to then allow that, and then still say that you're not capable of looking after your child, it's a bit hypocritical. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's like you're not making sense.
yeah, yeah. It's doing
You
saying
know
one thing, doing the other.
exactly. You're not making any sense whatsoever. So that happens, and then what ends up happening is social services don't give us any money. They don't give us any money until like 3 or 4 days when they've stayed there. Now, bear in mind, there's my sister, there's me, and there's my sister's boyfriend. Um, my sister Rabia and her
Yeah.
boyfriend, and they're living off our universal credit. You know what I mean? And universal credit's not a lot of
No,
money
it's
at
not.
all. It really isn't. So they're living off our universal credit, and then my sister's also trying to do overtime so she can just feed us. That's literally it. So she can just feed us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it got that desperate at some point. We had to ask Tesco, and Tesco gave us a £50 voucher, luckily, and helped us out. Do you know what I mean?
We got
But it
Tesco.
got that desperate. Yeah, yeah. Big up Tesco. They did help us out. Um,
That's
but
what I
it,
do.
it did. It got that desperate that the managers actually helped us out and said, yeah, you know what I mean, we'll pay for it. Just take it. Because obviously my sister
That's
told them the situation
mad.
at home.
That's
Yeah. There was 16 of us, not 16, Jesus, imagine 16 of us in one house. Uh, no, there was 6 of us in one flat.
so.
So me,
Yeah. Go on, sorry. Go on, sorry. You. Rash. Hello.
died. My mic died. Allow it. Allow it.
There you go.
Oh, bro. Um, is my mic still
Yeah,
working?
I can hear you. I can hear you. So it's you,
Okay.
your sister.
So it was me, my sister Rabia, who owns the place, and her boyfriend lives there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's 3. My little brother, my little sister, and then my older sister as well.
That's mental.
Right. Yeah, 6 of us. Right. And we're all trying to eat. You know what I mean? We're all trying to eat. And it comes to a point where, we don't really have much food in the cupboards. We're struggling a hell of a ton, to, it was really bad. And then social finally then, for some reason, decide, oh yeah, we'll give you some money now.
The fuck.
Do you know? So there's me, and it came. Honestly, it got that bad, mate. I went and I had to go on Universal Credit and apply for a budgeting loan because we were that low. You know what I mean? Because you got to think about it. There's gas and electric still got to be
Yeah,
paid as well.
yeah.
You know, it was so bad, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life.
I mean,
I'm not gonna
but,
lie.
I mean, how long ago was this? Was it this lockdown or the first lockdown?
First lockdown.
Mate, a year has gone by. You've got your own house, your own job.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're coming out of lockdown.
Exactly.
I
Oh,
guess.
100%. That's what I was
I guess
saying.
your family's
You know,
doing
like-
okay. Your sisters and your brothers.
Oh, they are now. We're all going positive. We're all doing really well. Like my sister's now. She's just got an Amazon interview
Oh,
yesterday.
really?
Yeah, literally, it was yesterday. She did an interview to work for Amazon, and her boyfriend is also doing a course. I don't know what it's in. I think it's something to do with engineering, but he's doing a course now to get a job as well. Like everything's just gone up for us now. And then, yeah, so this is bro. This is all happening in first lockdown, by the way. You think about it. I've just gone from carers. I broke up with my ex, right? Could become a drug addict in between that period as
Yeah.
well. Like I was doing all sorts of drugs, and then my carers kicked me out because they don't believe in mental health, literally. And also money. Money's a big factor of that. I know that is. You know what I mean? And then my dad kicks me out, and then all this stuff is happening at my sister's as well. So I'm there like thinking my life's just going to, you know what I mean? It's just going to the bottom. I just
Yeah.
don't have TBA anymore. You know what I mean?
Mate.
So I was literally just heavy smoking all the time. And I then just decided at some point, something clicked in me, and I just decided I need to move. I need to move into my own place and try sort myself out.
100%.
So I ended up going to my sister and saying, "Can I apply for places?" So I ended up applying for places, and I managed to get a flat, and I got this in the 23rd of December. I got my tenancy started on the 23rd of December. Now I didn't move out until February because my sister wanted to make sure I was all good before I left. I knew everything, you know what I mean? Smart meters, how to put my gas and electric on, how to use the boiler properly, how to change the pressure, all that stuff. She taught me everything before we left.
Yeah.
And obviously, my little brother and my little sister are in their own places now. My little brother flat as well, and he's only 17, by the way.
Shit.
And yeah, and my little sister, but he's pretty independent, my brother. To be fair, he is very, very independent, and he's got a decent job on his son. He's an actor, so he's doing all right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's an actor. He's trying to get his career lifted off by trying to get some sort of
Agent.
series on
Oh,
Netflix
really?
or something like that. Yeah, literally. He's a big time. He's gonna be a big time actor, my little brother. So yeah, and then my sister then goes and gets a new placement, and she's been moving about since. To be honest, she's had about 3 placements since then. Uh, yeah, she's not settled, but I think she's settled in this place.
That's
To be
good.
fair to her. But yeah, no, like all that stuff was happening, and you know, we all basically turned it around eventually. Like I moved into my own place. I still had a period in my own place where I was really depressed and still smoking. Um, and that literally was March, February, January. You
What,
know,
of
that
this year?
period. Yeah, of this year.
Fucking hell.
Literally. It literally took me a year and a half to recover. Well, a year and 3-4 months to recover from all the shit that I was going through at that time. You know,
Yeah.
I was still, like, why did my carers do that to me? I was still always, thinking about the past. And I remember it was literally last month. My sister said to me, "Sam, you're really bad on weed." You know what I mean? She said it to me. She was like, "I can tell," and she just knew there was something up with me. Because I went to Sabo's. I stayed there for 4 days because I was struggling for gas and electric money.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was struggling for gas and electric money, so his parents allowed me to stay for a few days there. Um, and so I did, and I did chores, anything I could do to help them because they're letting me stay, and I usually do that anyway if I'm staying at his house. It doesn't matter where I'm at. Um, So I stayed there, love it, you know what I mean? And then the last day I drink and Kingy comes up and I end up having a massive mental breakdown in his car and no one else really knows. No one else really knows except Kingy because Kingy
Now,
was
do you
there
want that in the
looking after.
video, or are you happy that with that being in the video?
I'm happy that's in the video, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm happy that that's in the video. Yeah, so I end up having a massive mental breakdown in his car. I was crying for hours, hours and hours. I had to lay it
Big up
all out, do
Kingy.
you know what I mean?
We'll have him on next, right?
Yeah.
We'll have him on next. We'll have...
Yeah, he was amazing. He helped me out so much, and I don't think Kingy realizes, but him just being there most of the time has helped me out so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't realize it though. I can tell you that now. He doesn't realize he's as important as he is to me. But yeah, he helped me out. We went and got some food, and then he dropped me off to my sister's because he didn't want me to stay alone. Which is in Wigan. So he trekked all the way from Warrington, was it? I think. Yeah, it was I think, yeah, Sabo's in Warrington. So yeah, basically, he trekked from all the way from Warrington to Wigan, and we went to Shaw first, got some food, and then he would drop me off at my sister's. My sister's right. My sister could tell straight away there was something up with me. She's like, "You all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine," and all this. And then straight away I go buy it back. You know what I mean? I'm smoking. And she noticed from that. She didn't say anything whilst I was there because she doesn't want me to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But when I went back home, she phoned me and said, "Look, Sam, I know you sat in bed. I know you're not doing anything right now because you're down and you feel like giving up. But she said to me, you need to get out of that bed because you can do it and you've done it before." And I said to her, "Yeah, but it's been a year and a half." I said, I just don't want to. Do you know what I mean? That's what I said to her.
I know. Yeah, it gets to that point, doesn't it? It gets to that point where nothing seems to be going right. Everything seems to be going worse. And
yeah.
it's just an uphill battle, and you
Oh,
don't
man,
see the
honestly.
tip of the mountain. You don't see
Yeah,
the
and
skis waiting for you on the other side. Yeah,
and
I've been through that
all I
myself.
was thinking about, man, all I was thinking about was um all my past shit, everything I've been through. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just everything I've been. That's all I was thinking about every day, and it was just putting me down all the time. Why don't I have? Literally, these are questions in my mind. Why don't I have a mum that actually care? Why can't I have a normal family? You know what I mean? Why do I have to grow up so fast at my age, living on my own, have to be so independent? I was saying this all the time in my head, and and yeah, it was just so stressful. Like it literally, mate, wasn't long ago.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I mean,
It wasn't long ago at all. Go on, I want you to tell me about what your experiences are with that sort of stuff, man. Because I've never really spoke to anyone who have had that down period.
I mean, I can't relate to your
Yeah,
stories.
yeah, I know.
I'm happy you shared your
Yeah,
stories because it gets me to kind of know you a bit more.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, I went through a time in my life where I was bullied. I mean, this is more
I had that as well.
secondary
I
school,
had that as.
you know. But my mum had to take me out of my secondary school because she's a nurse and she's had loads of people commit suicide or attempt to commit suicide to her ward, and she's a pediatric, and she saw the same things in me that she
Symptoms.
did in the same
Yeah,
symptoms in me. So she pulled me straight out of school. Thankful for that. Um, but I mean, the bullying kept on.
yeah,
After sixth form, didn't really know where I was going. I spent probably 3 years between jobs.
yeah,
Didn't like either job. Um, until I decided to go to uni, and that's kind of when my life turned around. But even then, you have those moments like, uh, is it right for me? Am I doing the right thing? Am I just wasting a year of my life?
mm,
You know,
yeah,
what am I actually going to do in the future? And you do get these days where it's just like, even recently, you just want to stay in bed. You feel like your job's not going anywhere, your life's not going anywhere, you don't really want to do anything.
yeah,
But I mean, I'm lucky that lockdown has ended, because I mean, if we had stayed in lockdown for another couple of months, maybe it would have got worse. It would have become worse. But you know,
yeah,
lucky that lockdown has ended. But you know, you do get these kind of what if questions. It's the anxious feeling of, am I doing the right thing?
yeah. No,
Is this is this where my life's gonna go, or is something gonna fuck up like it always does?
the
I
more
mean,
you like, I feel like the more you keep that on your mind, the more likely it's to happen because you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You're
yeah, you're pushing
expecting
it.
it, and it's like you shouldn't.
You,
You
you
know, if
yeah, yeah. You get to the point where if it doesn't happen, then I mean, how? Why?
yeah,
Why hasn't it happened? What have I done? You know, it's just 100%. And like now, I speak to my cousin, who I say is my cousin, is one of my friends, but you know, I'd say, you know, don't
hmm
worry about the things that you can't control, because if you can't control it, then it's not on you, is it? It's going to be on
yeah.
whoever broke it, whoever did it. At the end of the day, so that's kind of how I live my life at the
See,
minute. You know, I'm not
yeah,
worrying about
that's
things
how
that I
I'm
really
living now.
can't control.
Like there's a lot of things I can't control in my life. I can't control that my mum and dad just don't want to care about us. I can't control that my family's it's a broken family. You know what I mean? It really is. It's a broken family. I can't really
Yeah.
control that. I can't really change that. I've tried, and
Thing is, yeah,
oh,
but you can choose your family.
yeah,
Like your brothers and
mhm,
sisters, they're family. You know,
yeah, yeah,
your friends, they're family to me. I mean, you
mm,
know, you have your chosen family, and then you
yeah,
have your
yeah.
blood relatives.
Um, it's like with this, obviously, like I've said this a few times. Insist, people in insist are my family. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that I care about in here. Um, and I always will do, you know, because I don't know. It's just we can talk to each other a different way. We can't, you know. You usually wouldn't share anything with strangers, you know, like you usually wouldn't. But like with
No, no,
Insist,
definitely not.
because of the community and the people we've got in here, it's different. Like we straight away can talk about the stuff that we've been through, and no one will judge us. No one will judge us about it. You know what I
100%.
mean? No one will say, "Oh, it's just a sob story" or anything like that. We're all just because we've been through very similar things in life, you know. Um, and like the young ones, the young ones, the academy players, I feel like they sort of look up to us because we're so honest. Like we just say what you know.
That's the thing. I think without the face, you know, talking to people without a face is
Mm,
easier than talking to people
yeah,
face to face. You know, because on the internet you can, even if people do judge you, you can just
mhm,
turn your computer off, log off.
yeah,
You know, you don't have to speak to them ever again, really. But face to face, you have that
yeah,
worry of,
yeah.
are they going to judge me
Um,
there and then?
bruh, like I just like I'm just so grateful for what's happened in my life now. You know what I mean? Like honestly, everything has just done a
Yeah,
360 turn in my life. Over literally, I said over like a year and a half. I've had the biggest struggle ever. You know what I mean? Like just going through everything and just always feeling sorry for myself. And I know some people say you shouldn't really feel sorry for yourself, but it's like at that time, man, I didn't know anything else. It was just shite. Like,
Oh yeah.
mhm,
And it's easy. It's easier said than done. You know, don't feel sorry for yourself. Well,
mm.
if it was that easy,
Like I was in
then
my
no
own
one
head
would feel
telling
sorry
myself
for
I was like
themselves. You
ill
know.
and stuff like that, and I'm depressed, and don't get me wrong, I might be, but the thing is, I feel like I've never thought that way before. Like i- in school, in like I remember in school, because I was one of the only Asian kids in my year. Well, I was the only Asian kid in my year. Um, uh,
It's a just to let you
yeah,
know, it's next door
is
wins,
it?
by the way. The whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. We already did a best of three. I thought because this conversation was like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
deep and stuff. I thought I'd do a best of five. So keep going. You're the only
Yeah, yeah.
you're the only
Basically, I was
Asian in
only Asian
your
in
class. Do you say or your
went to
year?
a predominantly white school, right? And the first 2 years were
Yeah.
fine. Like, they didn't care. But then this ISIS stuff started coming around. With all of it on the news and stuff like that, and right, and then I started just for some reason people just started being horrible to me, and I honestly did not know the reason because all I ever did was try to be nice to people. You know what I mean? That's all I ever did. All I ever did
Yeah.
was try to be nice to people and respect people. Just treat people the way I want to be treated. You know? I wouldn't get that back.
I, the thing is, I don't get why people just don't do that in the first place. Like, if you want to be treated like I'll beep it out. If you want to be
Yeah.
treated like a cunt,
Yeah.
then we'll treat you like a cunt.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
other people don't want to be treated like a cunt. So don't treat them like a cunt. You
Yeah.
know, it should be as simple as that. Realistically, and I don't get why people don't see it that way.
Mm.
And it's just that's what angers me. You know, but I guess people have
Yeah,
different
it's like what is the
thought
point? What is the
processes and
point
different things
of
like that.
bullying
It's
someone?
just
Like, why do you get satisfaction out of that? What is wrong with
exactly,
you to get satisfaction out of that? And I do get it, right? Some
literally,
people might have problems at home. Some
it's
people might have problems, but why are you then pushing it on someone else?
yeah.
It makes you just as bad as what the people are making you go through. That's the way you've got to look at it. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't then just go, oh, it's because this is what's happening at home. Now that's just creating an excuse for you to be a dick. Well,
Although I have to defend that a bit in the fact that
yeah,
sometimes
I
people
see.
don't know they're doing it. Sometimes stuff will happen to them, and out of rage
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
we'll play one more. We'll play one more because this conversation's actually quite cool. But out of rage and out of what's happening to them, they might
Hmm.
rebound that anger onto someone else.
Hmm.
Which yes is wrong. It
Yeah,
is
but
wrong, but
the thing
sometimes it
the
cannot
thing
be helped.
was, right, in my school, it wasn't like it wasn't that. It was just I was just picked on. Like there was literally, right. Don't be wrong. The
Yeah.
people, they're classed as the popular lot or whatever the hell you want to call them. Right? No, but they're not. Look at them now.
No, no, they're
That's the
not.
way I look at it. Look, we leave school and they're nothing. Like
Exactly.
they're literally nothing. But yeah, like them lot, they were so horrible to me for no reason whatsoever, and they always used to take advantage of me because I was one of those guys who I was a nice guy. You know what I mean? I was a nice guy. I would pay for most stuff. I would, just be out with friends and have a good time, and I wouldn't care about money because at that point I was with a family that was pretty well off. So money wasn't the problem then. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, recently I've realized how much since moving into my own place and having to pay rent and
Yeah.
do all that. Honestly, like actually
Yeah. Yeah. I
like
know what you
I
mean.
have grown up so much over the last 6 months. Honestly, like it's not been a choice. I've not had a choice. You know what I mean? If I didn't adapt, then I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna ever get anywhere. That's the way I'm looking at it now. But like, even though I've told all these stories, right, I do want people to know that I'm amazing right now. Like I am the happiest I've ever been. You know,
That's
give
good
it up.
because you wouldn't be rash without. Fuck
You're gonna
off.
be Rash without being happy.
Yeah, you wouldn't be rash if you
Positive.
weren't, you know, happy and. But you have to know that insist
Oh yeah,
community
trust
are
me.
there
I,
if you know, if
I
for
got
some reason
I got a
a
hell
pet
of a ton
opens
of
up, and I'm
thingy
sure.
from Sabo because I was going through some stuff and I was at my mum's and stuff like that, and I was just taking time off. No one saw me for ages. I ended up taking almost a full month off because I just wanted to get myself sorted. I just didn't feel like in the right frame of mind, and all I was doing was uh, co- focusing on insist, not caring about my own problems, not caring about me, just caring about where can insist go, what can I do to make it better without looking after my own health, you know. And I
Yeah,
realized that look, if I don't get my health right, I'm not gonna be able to work effectively for insist. You know, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna be lazy.
100%.
Um,
Yeah.
and I just went off for a month. I got told off by my sister because all I was doing was, you know, being a little teenage boy, basically. You know, she didn't tell me off. She just said to me, "Get out of that bed and honestly, go. You can go do it, Sam." You know, she was just motivating me. And one day I just decided, "Do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get up today," and I did. I got up, looked at my emails, had a job. A job. Well, I had an induction to go to. I went and did it. I only did like 2 days of it though, because like I said, I didn't have any gas and electric, so I moved to Sabos for 4 days. Um, and I ended up calling the woman that was holding my induction. I told her what happened, and she said, "Don't worry about it." She said, uh, "Yeah." She literally
Yeah, I heard this story. Yeah, you
helped me
said.
out so much, and she literally said to me, "Don't worry about it. I wish you told me earlier because I would have been able to tell everyone then what was actually going on." Um, Not that you just didn't show up. So, you know, she was really nice. She told me, "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna come and meet you on Thursday. Do the health and safety test. If you pass it, I'll get you an interview. You can apply for the jobs that you want. I'll get you an interview, and that's that." And I went to my interview. Right, my first interview was all right. It was all online. My second interview was even better because I actually had to go to the office to speak to them, and it was the job that I wanted the most. And straight after that interview, about an hour or two later, I got a phone call and they said, "We're gonna accept you for the job." You know what I mean? Like it was, and I was so happy that day. I was
Yeah.
literally over the moon. I was finally gonna make my own. Wasn't gonna struggle with money again. You know, because Universal is not enough at all, man. It really isn't. Um, and yeah, I just mugged. Yeah, bro, my life switched. Just as soon as I got that job, my life switched, and I am so happy. You know, I get paid on Monday. You know, fat wage coming in, paid all my bills already. Yeah, I've already paid all my bills,
Fat
everything.
wage
You know,
going in.
yeah, literally, all
That's
my bills are
good.
already paid.
Oh,
I paid it,
really? So that
literally.
money is just straight in
Oh,
savings.
one
That's
more,
what you
one
mean.
more,
No,
one more.
don't fucking win. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay,
facts.
I mean, we're drawn at the minute. We're drawn at the minute.
Yeah, no, I literally it's just literally, mate, 360 turned round after a year and a half of just the worst thing, and I
Love it. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of the deepest episodes going,
yeah.
and there's only been 2 episodes that I've
Probably will be the
recorded.
deepest because I don't think a lot of people will want to talk about that sort of stuff. But I'm
I love it though.
yeah,
No, and no, it's good. It's good to be open
yeah,
about it
I'm not
because I mean,
embarrassed
you're
about
more
it.
trustworthy
I
if you're open.
ain't, you know, it's something that happens in life, and,
No, there's
and
no
it's a
point.
regular thing. A lot of people go through the stuff, you know. A lot of people have had times, and a lot of people's problems are not the same as other people's problems, and that's why you shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't ever go, "Oh, that problem's nothing." Yeah, I'm not. I don't think like that. Even though I've had, what
100%.
I would feel like worse problems than others. Do you know what I mean? I don't you know what I mean? I don't just go, "Oh, that's nothing." I would go, you know, exactly. People
Yeah,
have
there's no way to rank them,
problems,
is
and
there?
it affects them in different ways. You know what I mean? It affects people in different ways, and you don't know what trauma they've been through or whatever they've been through to, you know, judge them about that. Like that's one thing I've never got about people. Why do you judge people about that? Like Sabo said to me, he said, because obviously I didn't know he was gay straight away, or bi, sorry. because he says he likes
Yeah.
boys more, but whatever, you know what I mean, whichever one he likes. But I said to him, he said it to me one time. I found out about it, and he was like, I expected you to be really off about it because you seem like a lad's lad, and I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna judge you because you like something else to me. You know what I mean? It's like you might like pickles and I
I
might
know
not.
me.
You know, am I gonna not like you for that? Like, like what? It's if you look at it that way, it's literally that simple, you know. And and that's why I also love this because we're
100%.
so diverse. There's so many different cultures, so many different, sexualities, literally all sorts, and we're so
Yeah,
accepting
people.
about it. We don't judge each other about it. Don't get me wrong, we joke about it. We all joke about it, but
But I
of
mean,
course,
with amongst
and you
friends,
know
it's
when it's
banter.
when
It's
it's heinous. You know what I
you
mean?
know.
You know when it's horrible, because
Yeah. And even when it does get horrible,
oh
we
yeah,
will
of course.
still have, we apologize. We say we didn't mean it, and
This game is so annoying, man. 50s don't work in this game.
I mean, it's just turned out to be a best of 7, by the way. Went from a best of
But
3 to
yeah,
a best of 7. I was actually meant to make tea for me and my girlfriend like 20 minutes ago. She's gonna be fucking mad, I'll tell you that now. What have you been doing? What have you been doing? I thought you'd make it. Oh, I was on my computer just playing a game. Like, she is gonna be so
called
mad.
myself, don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like I'm happy. I'm doing well. I've got my job. My colleagues are amazing, and the company I work for are just great. All we do is like literally my job is to help people. You know what I mean? In crisis. Like today, I'm not allowed to mention names, but like today, I went and met a customer, right? And
No, of
she's been
course.
struggling with the bills and stuff like that. And basically, she's been screwed over because energy company, two energy companies. So I can mention energy companies. So basically, she'd been with British Gas from the start of moving into this place, and then something happened where a company lied about her saying that she wanted to move to to this company. I'm not allowed to say that one because that's I can get fucked over for that. But yeah, so British Gas ends up
Yeah.
switching her, and she apparently is in a bunch of debt with this new company. Now this new company's gone bust, so she gets switched over to another company, right? That's now bought this company out because they took on all their customers. Yes. So she's
What?
now struggling and really, really stressed. She struggles with all sorts of mental health issues, man, like anxiety, bipolar. She has all sorts, right? And it's like so horrible for her to try deal with all this stuff. Debt collectors, come to her house and start drilling the doors off.
Bailiffs, yeah.
And she's obviously there, like screaming at him and like really, really, really panicking and stuff like that because she has she has mental health issues, man. Like you can't just do that. You can't just threaten and stuff like that. So yeah, man, like we've gone
No,
we've gone there,
definitely not.
we've helped her, we spoke to the energy companies that she's having to deal with, and like she's so happy. She was so ecstatic when we left because we sorted most of it out for her and we said, look, we're gonna sort it from here. Don't worry. You know what I mean? Like, and that puts a smile on my face because I never had that. I had to do all this myself. you know?
So yeah,
Yeah.
so now you're
Like
helping out the
like
people
me
that were
learning
in
about
your
all this stuff,
position,
like moving. Yeah.
you know. But that's good. That's good because you know how it feels.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
like
they're gonna
I've had
need to be able
I
to,
have a sister who has bipolar,
be happy again.
and stuff like that. And then I have a sister who also has a defense mechanism where she just goes into defense mode when someone starts being aggressive to her and stuff like that. She starts going into fight mode, and this woman also has that. She mentioned it, and when I speak to customers, I like to relate with them. So when they mention stuff like that, I'll mention something that like oh my sister actually goes through that as well. She does that because she went through a domestic, abusive relationship, domestic abuse, you know. So she also has that defense mechanism where
Yeah.
she just goes into defense mode, and she also said at the door. I remember I was just saying to her about because this company, before I even worked for them, man, I just had an interview with them. Well, I didn't even have my interview. I just got offered the interview, and they I was struggling with gas and electric, and they came on and give me £49 each, gas and electric, free of charge, not worrying about anything. You know what I mean? And it was amazing. I've even left that there so we can talk longer. um, they were so good, and now it's great that I can now do that for other people, because I know how it feels to be on the other end of that, where you're struggling and you don't know what to do, and then these people come out and help you, and it's amazing. I want to make people more aware of it as well. Like, maybe at some point, if Insist is big, I do want to speak to the company themselves and say, look, I want to promote you. Am I allowed to? Like, sort of thing. I'm not allowed to mention names or anything, I don't think, at the moment. But like, yeah, like I would
No.
love to, mate. Love to absolutely just mention it, and just like say, look, this is our company, this is what we do, and we're a charity. You know that? Yeah, we're a charity. We
Really?
make
What,
profit, but
non-profit
when we
or?
make profit, we use it for the next year to buy more vouchers or do more stuff. Do you know what I mean? So we are sort of profit because we get. It's sort
Yeah.
of like, basically we have funders. Do you know what I mean? People who fund us, and we've got to reach certain targets for us to
Yeah.
basically, not have to pay this money back. Do you know what I mean? I can't believe you're celebrating.
Yes.
But this, yeah, honestly, like,
I
they're
won.
amazing and they're so good, and
Yeah.
all they ever ask you, like, we have a meeting every Friday, and it's about how you lot doing. What, you know what I mean? Literally, it's always like that. How you lot
That's
doing?
good.
How is everyone feeling? Are you all, okay? And like, it's amazing to have that sort of environment for work. It's amazing, mate. And yeah, I'm loving life right now. Honestly, I think it's been. Do you know what the mad thing is, mate? We had one topic
That's
the whole
good.
time,
That's.
and
I have to. By the way, with Sabo's episode, we had one
episode.
topic per episode.
Wow,
Not per
really?
episode. One topic per game. Sorry, one topic per game. Yeah. He didn't bring anything, He didn't bring anything. He was, I don't know, just roll off the tongue, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Which is why I wrote things down. I'm glad I did write things
Yeah.
down. Otherwise,
Yeah. Do you
that
know
would
what?
be
Right?
fucking boring. But that was like what that
Yeah,
was one. That
literally,
was
like,
one
bro,
topic for
lockdown.
seven
That's my
games.
life right there for lockdown for you, man.
Holy shit!
Honestly, it was. Don't get me wrong.
That's gonna be the name of
Yeah,
the episode.
Rash's
It's gonna be
lockdown trauma.
Rash's life.
But yeah, like uh
Gone wrong.
like, it's
Oh my
it's
god! I
amazing
could
because,
clickbait the
like, I
shit
look
out
back
of
at what I
this.
was going through, and now I'm so happy that it's just like, bro, like, I grew from that. Like, that changed me as a person, and I just grew up. I just stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care about people's opinions unless I'm close to them, or there's someone important, in my life. So, like, anyone in Insist or people like that, right? I care about
Yeah.
your opinion. But if some randomer came to say, "Oh, you're a fat neek," I couldn't care less. You know what I mean? I could not care less about anything like that. And I think it's just like I said, I've just built. It's just been built over the years of everything that you go through. And that's the same with everyone. You build your personality over
Yeah.
time, and
Definitely.
it's sick.
Yeah.
It really is. Next time, hopefully, we get to talk
I love
about
that.
you more.
That was
Jesus.
that was good. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's all about the guest. It's not about me. But yeah, thank you for watching. That was Rash's life over the past year.
I'm doing mint. I'm not, no,
He's
man.
now
I'm
doing
not just doing
okay.
okay.
He
Yeah,
now
I'm
has
doing
friends.
brilliant.
He has.
Mint.
He's doing mint. And let's check the Rash swear counter. 0. Well done. Let's check. I'm not sure how many times I swear. Probably
I
too
actually
many.
don't.
But
I
I
think
think
you
I actually swore
realize
more
that
than
I
you this
almost said
episode.
swear words.
Um,
All of them. Literally, I'm there going, my life was. Yeah.
Rubbish. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna read back and I'm gonna see it so many times. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
Yeah, make sure
subscribe
you
to
all
Insist.
subscribe. Yeah,
All the
you
socials
better.
are in the bottom in the link. And we'll have Kingy on next. The savior himself, Linda
Make sure you
herself.
mention Linda.
And yeah, thanks for coming on, Rash.
Mention Linda.
We will. I will.
All right. See you later, guys.